Hi everyone, my name is Roxanne Young, and I'm here to talk to you about the Center of Hope located in downtown Fort McMurray. So what is the Center of Hope? The Center of Hope is a daytime drop-in center for the homeless and the near homeless within Fort McMurray. They provide services for approximately 175 to 200 distinct homeless individuals per week, and they operate on an annual budget of over $1 million. Their vision is addressing homelessness by inspiring hope, encouraging change through love, kindness, and acceptance, and their goal is to help the homeless towards becoming independent. Homelessness doesn't discriminate, therefore it can happen to anyone. Reasons for homelessness include employment issues, loss of income, addiction, mental health issues, childhood abuse and trauma, as well as traumatic events. These are just some of the users of the Center of Hope. The majority of users of the Center of Hope are men, and the average age is approximately 40 years old. The majority have been homeless for 1 to 3 years, but a recent survey by the Center of Hope found that 133 individuals reported being homeless for over 10 years. The Center of Hope has multiple programs to address homelessness. The first is their intake program, which addresses the basic physical and emotional needs of the homeless by providing food, laundry and shower facilities, as well as friendship and support. Cecile's Place, which is a 4-bedroom short-term and long-term residence for women who need assistance addressing medical and mental health issues, as well as addiction and unemployment. The Outreach Program, which helps support the homeless by providing transportation to appointments, helps them acquire identification and access to health care, which are just a few of the services offered through this program, as well as the Housing First Program, which is a truly innovative method to deal with homelessness, which I'll expand on in future slides. The Housing First program was adopted 3 years ago. The program views housing as a basic human right. The program helps individuals get into houses and then they address the specific issues, whereas previous models dealt with homelessness by requiring substance abuse or mental health issues solved before they were placed in a home. The program targets the chronic and the vulnerable homeless, meaning those who have been on the streets for over a year, as well as have mental health issues or addiction issues. And the goal of the program is to have the individual self-sufficient within a 12-month period. The Housing First program is actually a more cost-effective solution than previous solutions when you factor in the cost of the homeless staying in jails, emergency rooms, as well as shelters, and also it frees up shelter beds since the chronic homeless occupy 67% of shelter beds in a year, even though they only represent 20% of the homeless population. Since its implementation 3 years ago, the Housing First program has taken 400 people off the streets and has seen 77 people successfully complete the program, as you can see on the right. And shelters around town have noticed a decrease in the use of their program. However, we're not seeing the anticipated success rate of 85%, and unfortunately the need for the Center of Hope has actually increased during this time. The Center of Hope will keep helping the homeless, and they're in the planning stages of developing a new building. They're also part of Alberta's 10-year plan to end homelessness, and their goal is to have individuals housed 21 days after entering a shelter. So how has this organization maintained success? Well, they're raising awareness through events, they're using social media, they're continuously developing their own skills and knowledge, and they recently underwent a new public image makeover in order to provide a more professional look and positive presence in the community. Moving forward, the Center of Hope must address some of the challenges such as getting financial support, need more access to medical care, mental health services, and addiction services, as well as they must address poverty and high costs of living in Fort McMurray in order to be successful. In conclusion, homelessness is not a choice, since no one would willingly choose to be homeless. Many internal and external factors have contributed to their homelessness. As Mother Teresa said, the greatest suffering is being lonely, feeling unloved, having no one. Being unwanted is the worst disease that any human being can ever experience. Therefore, organizations like the Center of Hope are necessary so that the homeless know that they are not alone and are given a chance and the help needed to overcome their existing situation.